Today we're going to bring a 20-year-old van into the modern age. Hey, kitty.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. Today we're going to be installing a modern radio in my 20-year-old Chevy Astro van. Now, I recently got contacted by a company, wanted me to do a video for them. The company is Eonon, and let me show you what they sent me. There's the neighbor's cat in the background. Oh, there you go. Eonon. Change. Why wait? They sent me the UX7. This is a Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Audio unit. Let's open it up, check it out. If I can get my knife to work for me. So we got a nice little unit here, very light, double din. They also make nice replacements for your OEM stereos on their site, but since I have an older vehicle, they didn't have one, but this is a pretty nice setup here, and I do believe in here we should have all of our cabling and a backup camera. Now that's going to be nice. Driving that van, it's not a huge vehicle, but you get some blind spots, and this will really make it feel like a newer vehicle than it is. And I have a speaker in there, all of our cables, a user's manual, and if you're the techie type, you can do it right there. So let's go take a look inside the van. I'll show you what I got in there right now. And then we'll go through the procedures of installing this thing and getting it working. One thing I really liked about this unit is that it has an actual volume knob here. I really dislike radios where you got to go on here and touch screen it. It's like stepping back into the mid-90s, even though this is an early 2000s rig. Now I currently have an aftermarket stereo in here, but this one doesn't have CarPlay, and like I said, I don't like, it's got the buttons on here, but having the knob is really nice. So I already have an install kit, but if you have one of these vans, you can search this out on Amazon, the install kit, and you're going to have to cut part of your dash surround here. Another note for anyone who happens to have one of these vans is the newest van, Astro van they make, is 20 years old. So these are very, very brittle, and as you can see, this one's got some cracks in it already and some missing pieces, so I will be replacing this, but probably not during this video. It's been a while since I've removed the dash cover on this, the dash surround on this van, but you got to kind of get behind it a little bit, and everything is going to pop out. Like I said, be very careful. Get yourself a trim tool of some sort. I don't have the best one in the world here, but you can work it out slowly. And like I said, it's been a minute since I've done this. I might have to take this lower piece off, it looks like. Maybe this little side cover piece. So I'm going to get some tools and take those off just to be extra careful. And we're also probably going to have to turn the key and pull this thing all the way down into low to clearance everything here. And then when we get over here, we're definitely going to have to unplug that, and probably going to have to unplug all of these as well. My suggestion, if you have one of these vans and you already have cracks on your dash surround, you go ahead and just order a replacement one. They're about $150, so it is very scary taking off 20-year-old brittle plastic. especially that already has cracks. I have done some repairs on this, and I'm going to do some more repairs while I have it off, but if you have all the accessory stuff here, you unplug that as soon as you peel it out. You unplug over here for your headlights. I did remove this screw here and then pulled this lower panel down a bit. Did have to put it all the way down into low gear, drop my tilt steering wheel. But here is our radio. Like I said, this one already has an aftermarket kit in it. You can look that up online. I believe it's the same for all your Astros if you're going to do double din. So I'm going to remove the old radio and we'll get started on installing the new one. This is the kit you'll get if you get the install for a double din on an Astro, along with the faceplate. It's over here, and you'll get a template. You do have to cut this brittle dash, so one more reason. So I've unplugged the radio, and it's already been installed with an install kit here, which you can also order. Actually, I might have a replacement one. I'll look around for a moment, but I'm going to go ahead and disconnect everything. This had a wireless mic on this previous radio, so I'm going to pull all the wires up over here, get things a little more manageable before we start on the install. At this point, I'm holding the plug that goes into the back of our new Eonon UX7, and this is the output side of it. I imagine that connects to something. I don't know exactly what, but this is what you'll get if you order the connector and the double din install kit for the Astro. And as you can see, we have speaker wires here, which is the white, gray, purple, green. And those are the same on this one, white, purple, gray, and green. And then we also have the yellow, red, blue, orange, black. Those are on here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off of here, and we're going to just start connecting up those wires, and then we should be able to test the unit. That'll be without all the other accessories on it. And to do that, I'm going to use these heat shrink butt connectors, the heat gun, and grab yourself one of these tools. They're pretty nice. Here we all wired up. I tried these heat shrink connectors that have solder in them. I don't know if I can recommend them or not. I used some of the other just heat shrink butt connectors. But we got everything hooked up except for steering wheel control, reverse trigger, steering wheel control. Obviously I have no steering wheel control, so we're going to plug this into the van, this into the radio, and we're going to test it before we install it. Okay, key is on. Eonon. So I'm sure it's going to take a minute. I'll bring you back once she's fired up. All right, I got it fired up. We're working on FM radio here. I'm not going to run that too much. And we've got all of our settings here. Obviously volume is working. I'm going to check all the speakers, and then I will connect my phone to this and make sure all that works. I kind of started routing some of the other stuff. It has a GPS antenna, a microphone. So I routed all that stuff underneath here, and I'm going to run the cables up this A pillar and probably put both the antenna and the Bluetooth mic right up here. But so far so good. All right, I'm not the most tech savvy guy in the world, but it took me about 1 minute to get this thing connected. You know, go onto your phone, open up settings, Bluetooth. On this, there's a Bluetooth icon on the main screen, wherever that is at this point, but click that, it'll pair. It even has the code on there. So this is just a mirror of my phone right now. I can open up maps, messages. I could probably open up anything I want on my phone. So there you go. Pretty good stuff. I'm going to work on connecting all these other cables, and then I got to figure out the backup camera next. We're coming along nicely. I just utilized the hands-free calling. This is all loosely routed right now, but I set the microphone up here for now, but I'm going to attach it to this plastic A-pillar like that one over there, either with Velcro or I'll use the little clip. And that'll be the same place that I hook up the GPS antenna. Yes, this unit has a built-in GPS. You can do your speed and all that sort of stuff on there, which is nice. If you have aftermarket tires that are larger than stock, so that'll be nice to be able to tell what speed I'm going. And now we're going to get to the backup camera. This came with a nice little backup camera. So we have lots and lots of cable. Camera connects to that end, and this end connects into your back of your radio. And this will hook up to the trigger wire, which is up here somewhere. There it is, reverse trigger. You probably can't read it. There you go, reverse trigger. So we hook this one to that, and then hook this one to the reverse lights, so that when you put your shifter in reverse, it sends power to the reverse lights. I'm going to take these off. So all we got to do is get that thing routed, tap into here, and then find out where I want to mount the camera. I've seen some pretty cool installs on these where people pop out that old school lock and mount it behind there, but I don't know if I'm going to go to that effort right now, but we'll try to get her hooked up. In case I forgot to mention it, you also have a wired CarPlay here and 2 more USBs, along with a USB charger in the front, USB-C charger in the front. Installing this backup camera was a real pain because, you got to route it through everything, but here we go. Now it's upside down, so I'm sure there's a setting in here. I've done this before on another install that I did, but it is working with the reverse. And let's see, I've got the GPS antenna installed, and I put the microphone right there, so it's right in line. So now all I got to do is finish the install here, and we are done. If you're installing this in an Astro and you want to get it onto your license plate side, it is a lot of fun getting the wire back here. Getting it back to this part isn't too bad, but getting it through here was a real struggle. I ended up drilling out these 2 rivets and then feeding a wire through here to grab the feed wires and get them in there. And I mounted it right there for now. I'm probably going to move it here eventually. And I had to extend the trigger wires for the reverse light, so I added an extension to it and tapped it right into the reverse light. But that's what I got right now, and it's working okay. This took a lot longer than I thought it would to install it, but you've got all the stuff on it, the GPS antenna, the microphone, the rear camera, and I didn't even install all the stuff. I didn't install the USB for the Apple CarPlay or whatever, because I figured I'm probably not going to use that. But you can see it looks pretty decent. And there you can even see my camera. Very integrated, and you turn the key on, Bluetooth hooks up pretty quick, and I do believe you can do Wi-Fi hotspot on it, all that sort of stuff. So lots of features. I am going to play with it some more, but for now I'm going to put my tools away and wrap this video up. Well, it took longer than I thought, but I got it all done, and we brought the 20-plus-year-old Astro van up to newer standards. Thank you once again to my friends here at Eonon for providing me with the radio and the support on this. I should be having a link. I'll put it down below in the description. So check that out. If you're interested in their products, you should be getting some sort of a discount, and I probably get a little kickback too, but you know what? I don't really do it for that. I do it for the fun of sharing these sort of things, helping people out, that sort of thing. So if you are liking my content, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.